Y'all really let the guy that does all this talking get his own podcast? Get it together, man. Yo, what is going on? Before I do anything or say anything else, I want to just apologize for the late upload. It's been a long week. It's been very hot, especially if you are in Southeast Georgia like I am. It has been incredibly hot. I just had a lot going on with work and just so many other things I'm trying to do. I do have a mic. I was trying to incorporate my mic with my Apple, my desktop, and I'm not sure if it crashed or whatever the case is. I just can't get past the loading screen. I've been looking at videos. I've been trying to troubleshoot it. I can't get past that. I've been trying to use my wife's laptop, and it's working, but I can't stay on the website for more than maybe 6 minutes, and it kicks me out and it logs me out automatically. Just very weird stuff going on, and I just feel like that's just the devil trying to stop me. But I won't let him stop me because I want to get this out there, and this is what I want to do. I want to talk to you guys. I want to chat. I want to do this. So we're gonna just keep the ball rolling with this good old iPhone. But I do apologize for the late upload. Definitely apologize. And I do want to say, just bear with me because I'm not supposed to be this late. And I've been having people ask me, man, where's the new episode? Have you uploaded it yet? Or is it going to be late? Is it going to be, do you have any trouble? You have any issues? You need any help? So I do thank you guys for checking in on me, man, making sure I'm good. Yes, I am good. We are here. This topic, I want to dive in on this topic. This is for my parents / legal guardians, even if you are a big brother, big sister, teachers, obviously. Man, just if you play a role in a kid or kids' lives, this is for you, including myself. I told my wife a couple of weeks ago, I said, when our daughter turns 18 and she decides to do whatever it is she wants to do for her life, eventually she moves out, just makes her path for herself and goes to chase her goals. Whether she creates a family, whether she doesn't create a family, no matter her age, if I'm still on this planet for as long as I am on this planet, when she's in adulthood, I will still support her, still make sure she's okay, still make sure she's safe. If she needs anything, it doesn't matter. And I feel like I get that from my mom, because even at the age of 30 years old, right, my mom is still making sure I'm safe first and foremost, but she's always, making sure if did me or my wife cooked, are we hungry, do we need anything like finance wise, does our daughter need anything, does my wife need anything, and that is a blessing, obviously, and I thank God for her. I thank God for my mom. I thank God for everything, and I just that's my prime example of the type of father that I want to be for our daughter. But I want to talk about today. I want to discuss the upbringing of our kids, the upbringing of just these children growing up, because I feel like it's something missing. We have to set an example early for our kids. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. No one is. I'm not saying I'm just this guy that's just strictly by the book and I'm inside the white lines all the time and I don't mess up and make mistakes. I don't use profanity. I don't this, I don't that. I do all of those things, but I was brought up in the church first and foremost, but I was also brought up with respect and love and care and patience and understanding. I was raised in the house with my mom and my grandma, God rest her soul, and even those two people, those two phenomenal women, I was also around my aunts, my much older cousins, and I feel like we all curse. Some of us use it obsessively. Some of us, we use it in moderation. Sometimes we get angry and we curse, but we don't use it all the time. We don't use it frequently. But they made sure that I never once saw an argument. And everyone that I would say raised by, they made sure I never saw an argument. They made sure I never heard them curse. And I feel like they weren't trying to maintain an image in front of me because I was a child. I just feel like they were trying to, just set an example of how to carry ourselves in private amongst each other or in public when we step out into the world. Kids these days, I feel like they don't have that. They're not respecting their elders, for one thing. I was taught when I walked in a room, I spoke. I opened up my mouth and I said good morning, good evening, good afternoon. If I didn't say anything else, I was told to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, to my elders. I was told to look people in the eye when speaking to them or when they were speaking to me. I was told to, I was taught to watch my tone, never talk back. It was so much that I was taught. And sometimes when I say taught, not literally, it wasn't literally demonstrated in front of me. But I learned, or should I say demonstrated for me. I just watched, I observed, and I was just consciously aware of the people in my life, what they were teaching me, so that I wanted to implement that when I got out into the world, especially when I got into adulthood. People tell me all the time I'm so respectful. I hold doors and open doors for people and all of these things. And yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And, you get the people that are older than you and you give them that yes, ma'am, or the yes, sir. And they say, oh, man, you ain't got a yes, sir, me, or you ain't got a yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am, me. And it's just the way I was brought up. We are lacking the people to take us under our wing, or these kids these days are lacking these adults, lacking the supervision, lacking the guidance for them to be taken under someone's wing who truly cares about them, who truly wants to guide them and better them. There's a Bible verse that says, train up a child in the way that which he goes, that he will not depart. Not sure, fact check me, not sure if I said it 100% the correct way. But basically, it just means that you bring up the child in the best way possible. You teach your child or children the best and greatest values that you obviously must know and that they can apply in life, and that it will stick with them for the rest of their time on this earth. And then they can pass that down to their kids. And then, so it becomes an effect, right? And I feel like that creates a very decent human being. We have to watch what we say around kids. I know for a fact, kids are sponges. Kids, whatever they see you do or whatever they see you say, they will mimic that behavior. Okay? I had a little cousin back when I was in middle school, and my cousin, he's maybe seven years younger than me. And he would copy everything that I did, and I just thought that he thought I was just the coolest person ever, like a big brother. And I was just this coolest dude ever to him. And I didn't pay any attention of it, but now thinking back on it, it's like I had the opportunity to kind of teach him how to be when he became a middle schooler. Just the way that I acted, I wasn't a smoker. I wasn't a drinker. I didn't hang out. I didn't have my pants sagging. I wasn't just this, this loud, crazy, troubled kid. And I feel like he watched me. Looking back on it in hindsight, he watched me. He watched the way I carried myself, and that makes me feel good looking back on it. Where are the role models of today's society? I feel like what something is missing with the parents and the speakers and the guidance counselors. What is missing? We have to. I feel like we don't care about our kids as much. We let social media and music raise our kids, and TikTok raise our kids, and that's what they see. For the young women, for the little girls, they see these girls on TikTok, dancing and twerking and all of these different things. The young guys, the little boys, they see these rappers toting guns and breaking into houses, and they're robbing and smoking weed and all these other things. I'm not trying to judge anyone with what they want to do in their life when they grow up, but kids deserve to be kids. Kids deserve to be taught the right way. We need to teach our kids to show them that what they see is not. First off, it's not the only answer. That's not what you have to do to be cool or feel accepted. It's not that's not what you have to be. You don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to carry guns. You don't have to sag your pants and be loud and rude and disrespectful and look for fights. There is no popularity. Popularity does not exist. It's okay to go be a doctor. It's okay to be a lawyer. It's okay to be a dentist. It's okay to be a business owner. Okay, it's okay to work at a car dealership selling cars. It's okay to wear a suit and tie to your job. It's okay to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. It's okay to say yes, sir, and no, sir. The behaviors that we see on social media, we have to unlearn those behaviors. Like I mentioned, kids are sponges and they mimic what they see and what they hear. I do my best. My wife does her best to watch what we say around our child, watch what we do in front of our child. If me and my wife are having a disagreement about something or a misunderstanding about something, and we really do need to sit down and talk about it, if we're in a room, I tell my daughter to go in your room, go in the spare room, in our little game room, go in there, because this is a conversation between two adults, for one thing, and it doesn't concern her. She doesn't need to be present for that moment. In the unfortunate event, if we are arguing, I definitely don't want my daughter around. I don't want her to watch us argue. I don't want her to watch us have a disagreement. I do want her to know that we are not perfect. I do want her to know that we do have misunderstandings, but we respect each other. And just because we go through these things does not mean that we don't love each other. We do show affection in front of our daughter. We do hug. We do laugh. We do, just play and do these different things to show her, our daughter, that hey, mommy and daddy we can have discussions. We can have arguments. We can be upset with each other, but that doesn't mean that we don't love each other anymore. That doesn't mean that we're not friends anymore. I want her to know we do have patience with each other, and I do want her to know that we have understandings. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree. Right? It's all about what we allow our child to see and allow our child to hear. Sometimes our daughter wants to eat or not eat dinner. She wants to eat a snack, and that's not going to happen. But the yelling and the cursing, the pointing the fingers and the stomping and taking a belt and lashing out and whipping them. I don't want our daughter to fear us. I don't want her to fear if she does something wrong or says something wrong that automatically she's going to get the belt. I want her to know that, yes, she will be disciplined, but our form of discipline is, oh, you like playing games on your Nintendo Switch. Oh, you like using your phone to look at or play out whatever games you have on there. You like to draw and color and play with your LOL dolls. But if you act up, you're not going to get these things. You're not going to be able to have the luxury of just doing whatever it is that you want to do and love to do. You won't be in the pool. You won't be on your trampoline. You won't go on your swing set. Yes, our daughter has a lot of things. Well, obviously, you can tell. She has a lot of things that she loves to do. Her bike, her scooter. But when you misbehave, if you don't do things that we ask you to do, then you won't get to do the things that you want to do that you enjoy. We don't smack her. We don't hit her. We don't whoop her with a belt or a shoe or any of those things. No. We talk to our child and we explain to her what she's doing is wrong. What she said is wrong. The way she handled that situation is wrong. Keep in mind, yes, she's only 7. But we want to sit her down and talk to her because she is a human being at the end of the day. Yes, her mind, her brain is still developing. Yes, she is a child. So she does childlike things. She doesn't have the presence of mind sometimes to think things through. Kids act off impulse. They don't think. They just do. And that's just what they do. Right? But our job as parents, our jobs as teachers and coaches and legal guardians, siblings, we have to assess the way we carry ourselves around kids. We have to monitor the way we talk to our kids and practice good habits. I've taught my daughter the Lord's Prayer, and I want her to know it, recite it 100% without my help, obviously. But we say that prayer when I tuck her in that night. Some nights she just falls asleep early and we don't get to pray. But in the event that she doesn't fall asleep early and she goes to bed, I make sure we say that prayer. And I make sure that she tells God thank you for her blessings. And before school, she asks God to have a good day and to be protected and to do well in school if she's taking a reading test or whatever it is she's doing. And that's just anything in life. If you want to have fun, you pray that you have fun when you go to, your grandma's house or you go play with friends at the park. It's just so much that goes into being a figure for these kids. No one, and for our parents, no one said parenting is easy. The people that don't have parents or that don't have kids, they come. I've gotten a couple of them that would ask me, is being a parent hard or is it easy? And I feel like we shouldn't categorize it as hard or easy. It's an experience that requires patience, an experience that just, you have to be understanding. It calls for just learning how to continue to grow and work on yourself in order to show up for yourself and show up for your kids. You have to be just very mindful, very, very mindful. We don't let our daughter listen to music that has vulgar lyrics and a bunch of cussing, and we definitely don't let her watch. She doesn't even have a TikTok. We don't let her watch twerking videos. None of these different things. She doesn't have social media. Obviously, she's only 7. But I feel like I needed to say that because kids are starting younger and younger these days with getting social media and all of those things that are happening today. We don't let her watch every little thing on TV. She barely even watches TV. She loves to be outside. She loves to draw. She loves to color. She loves her toys. She loves to play Mario Party and Fortnite. She's incredibly good, by the way. But she doesn't have a mic. She doesn't have a headphone. But all in all, we just have to, like I said, be very mindful of the way that we carry ourselves around these kids. They look up to us. At this age, at a young age, they probably want to be just like us, exactly like us. And they probably try to be like us whenever they are not in our sight. And that can be good, that can be bad. So for my parents, my legal guardians, my people who are siblings, aunts, uncles, all of those things, we have to make sure that our kids have a blueprint to follow. We have to create the blueprint for these kids, man, because the world is getting crazier and kids are starting out earlier and earlier wanting to be in gangs, wanting to steal, wanting to carry a gun, and wanting to fight, getting expelled from school. And these kids are dying younger and younger. They're getting into things that they shouldn't be into, and they're missing out on their childhood by just their choices and the things that they see and dive into, and unfortunately death. They're not getting to experience childhood. When I was a child, I was a child. I became an adult when I became an adult, when I moved out, when I started working, when I started providing for myself. And then later on, having a family. That's when I became an adult. I'm not sure if a child or a kid will be listening to this podcast, but kids, be kids. Go to school. Enjoy being a kid. Enjoy PE. Do your work. Do your homework. Come home. Go outside and play. Play video games. Ride bikes. Play sports. Get dirty. And do it all again tomorrow. Be kids. Be respectful. Make friends and have fun. Parents, don't try to be your kid's friend. Be a parent. Show love and support and respect. Your child will love you for it. And they will look to you as a parent and a friend. And they will confide in you whatever they're dealing with, whatever they're thinking about, what someone has told them that they're confused about, and they need some answers. They won't feel afraid of you. They will love to come home. They will feel the love. That's something that my mom and grandma, they always told me that they loved me. But I know for a fact that if I didn't hear it a whole lot, I could feel the love. Make sure your kids can feel the love and support that you have for them. Kids want to feel wanted and needed. And that's lacking in today's society around the world. And I hate that the way that these kids are coming up now. We have to put a stop to this right now. So my parents, like I said, I'm not a perfect parent. Let's all do better. Let's do a better job of raising these kids. Let's do a better job of guiding these kids and showing them the right way. They need us. We have to be better so we can teach them better. We have to know better to do better. Kids, be kids. Parents, be parents. It's Big Mall, man. I'll holler back at y'all. Remember, drink your water, stay hydrated. God loves you. You love you. Holla.